welcome to a new video on Bamboo Homestead. So this video I would like to share with you why I like to sow my seeds in pots sometimes, and why I also straight sow them. Like, both have sort of the positive and negative sides to it. Now in Australia at our homestead it's pretty much spring, end of winter really. So it's lots of planting, pulling winter crops out and replace them with summer crops. Basically, I like to put them in pots when it is quite early, so you can put them in the greenhouse where it's nice and warm. We don't have too many frost days, like we had a few just. Some people might like putting them in pots is because sometimes you don't know exactly where you put your seeds. So if you put seeds in a big garden, you might not know where to water really. So I make little patches. I made one patch, I'm going to show you in this video, made one patch where I put new seeds, so I know exactly more or less where to water. But they can get lost kind of thing, whereas when you put it in pots, you get them into the ground when it is big or something and you can already see them, whereas a seed you can't see in the beginning. And I think in the beginning of my gardening career I've done more in pots, but it's just so much more time consuming. You have to find some soil, you have to buy it, or you have to dig it out on your property somewhere. You have to fill the pots up, you have to water them heaps more because they lose much more moisture than in the ground already. We don't really need a greenhouse too badly, we can just straight sow them in. But if you're in an area where it's dropping quite cold, I recommend making more pots and putting them in pots rather than straight sowing them. I actually generally like putting them straight into the soil because it's just so much easier. You just chuck them in and water them. But the problem with that is mice. We've had some mice problems before. Now I think with the cat not so much, but mice get your seeds, especially like zucchini seeds they like, or squash seeds, pumpkin seeds. All sort of the bigger seeds they just love to smash, all snow peas and stuff. What I did before the cat, I put little cups over the top of each seed. Just made sure it's wet underneath, but even helps to actually keep the humidity up and keep them moist. So that's another way to do it if you still want to straight sow. And then you have to find a time to actually put them in the garden bed after, once they've grown a little bit. And then they always stunt. That's one of the issues that I sort of don't really like, because they get stunted because you might hurt the roots a little bit and they get shook about, maybe from the greenhouse or the shade house. They go back outside, it's a different humidity, different climate, and they just stay still and not grow for like 3 weeks maybe, or 2 weeks, something like that. So if you put them straight into the soil in your garden bed already, and you don't have to repot them or put them in a different spot, they just grow and they take off so much faster. So I quite like that as well. But then sometimes you come to an issue where you haven't got enough space in your garden bed. That's also pretty good if you want to keep some winter vegetables in still, because they're doing well. Like our snow peas are still pumping, so I'm not going to pull them out yet. But we have a big enough garden so I can always find a spot to put a seed in. But if you don't and you want to keep them in, you can always put them in pots and sort of save the spot for the winter crop until those seedlings are big enough to plant out, and then the winter veg might be ready to pull out and you can put the new one in. And I think when you have a big garden like us, I think it's important to do both. Now I'm going to show you what I've planted this week. I've planted a few things straight into the garden bed, and I'm going to show you the greenhouse that I filled up with lots of pots. So what I want to do today is just clearing this whole corner bit out. Maybe I'm going to leave this biggest broccoli right there, because that would have been a big broccoli if it wasn't bolting or didn't bolt. and the rest I'm going to clear and hopefully put some compost on top and then plant it with new vegetable seeds. So here on the left we've got our circle where it was grass on the bottom, but I put heaps of mulch on there, and now we're gonna fill it up with some dirt and plant cucumbers in it. Now we're gonna go and get some compost to put on top, and then we've got cucumber seeds from last year. They're most of the pickle cucumbers, and I've got another one. This is a really old cucumber that was on the vine for ages, so we can't eat it anymore obviously, but hopefully there's some good seeds in there that we can plant. And I wanted to do this project forever. I had intentionally, or in the beginning, I wanted to put snow peas in, but I didn't get to it. So now it's going to be cucumbers, which is alright because we've got way too many snow peas. Or not too many, it's never too many.
Snow peas.
They're tasty as.
Snow peas.
Yep. Was hast du gerade ausgezogen?
Radiesli.
Radiesli, genau.
Hier Radiesli.
Schau mal, der schöne Kompost da. Wieder ein Würmli.
Ja.
So. baby. Hi. So here we got our mini greenhouse. You can close it like that, but actually now it's a bit tight, so I can't close it anymore. But yeah, now it's not too cold anymore anyway, so yeah, they're fine. Mostly asparagus. Hello, cat. Yeah, mostly asparagus on top here, and then down here some others like melons and yeah, I think these are rock melons that have sprouted. They like it quite hot, so that's why I put them in here. Nein, Gaia! Oh, seriously? Whoa! And then over here we got the market pots. Haven't finished it off there, but yeah, some geranium, aloe vera, 3 different mints, and money tree. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I see you next week on Sunday when I post another video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for the people that have already subscribed. We're still growing all the time, which is pretty cool. So thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next week. Bye!